Hey everyone. I have been trying to find the time between work and my other goals and stuff to finally start uploading some videos to YouTube. I'm gonna start. This is me starting. I did one a really long time ago, but I was young. I didn't really have good content, and now I have a lot of stuff that I know a lot of other people want to talk about. And in the past, definitely before I was married, I used to get on Snapchat and I had faithful followers who loved to watch my snap and my stories, and it was amusing. It was a lot of info. I talked about a lot of topics, and so my friends are always telling me, Tam, you need to start your YouTube channel because, like, who wouldn't want to watch that, you know? So here I am. But my first one isn't going to be super fun. It's not going to be like, I have a lot in mind to do for YouTube, but this one is something that is very near and dear to my heart. And I just feel like when I have researched it, trying to find videos of other people talking about this exact condition, that, you know, I was hoping that they would hit on more topics, but they really didn't. And I feel like I needed to come and broaden the scope a little bit. Kind of, hopefully, if there's somebody else who has or knows somebody who has the same condition that I have, they can find this video really helpful. Even if not helpful, just they can relate and they understand where I'm coming from, and hopefully they know, like, they're not alone. I have chronic urticaria. Hope I'm saying that right. It's actually chronic idiopathic urticaria, whatever. Sometimes I say urticaria, doctors know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I say it, they don't. They're like, oh, urticaria. I don't know. All I know is it's hives. But it's chronic, obviously, so it's not going away. I mean, it could, but it's not, for me at least. A lot of people have been posting videos on YouTube saying that, oh, I have chronic urticaria. I've been having it for 2 years, or I've heard, I think the longest I've heard was like 5 or 7 years or something. Must be nice. I've been having chronic urticaria since I was about 5 years old. At least that's the first time we really understood what it was. It was Christmas night. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Currently, I'm in New York. I actually live in North Carolina. Trust me, my life is a story, and I'm going to tell it all on here, and you guys will get to know me. But anyways, I'm from Los Angeles, California. And we were coming home Christmas night. I was 5 years old. And there was a bar right around the corner from my house. And when we were pulling up to my house, really late at night, there was a dead body on the floor. Because I guess there was a shooting. Somebody got shot, and there was a dead body on the floor. Thanks, buddy. It's my dog. And that's the first time I ever seen a dead body. Like, I've never even been to a funeral and seen a dead body. That was just, like, it was crazy. So it did really shock me. And you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with hives? For me, it has a lot to do with it. So we get home. I'm still shocked. I'm shook. I'm like, bro, I just seen a dead body. I probably didn't say like that. I was 5, but I was in shock. A couple hours later, I started getting this really big, like, red. It wasn't even red. Back then, my hives weren't even red. They were just like skin, but like puffy. Does that make sense? Almost like a, you know, those 3D stickers, but it was all skin, kind of like that. Weird shape. And so my dad was like, what's that on your face? I'm like, I don't know. It itched though. So he was like, what is that? We gotta find out what that is. All of a sudden, it was all over my arms, everywhere. It was just super itchy. Then they started getting a little red as I started scratching and stuff. But before you knew it, my whole body was covered in hives. After that, that was it. Like, pretty much for the rest of my life since that night, I've had hives. And we went to the doctor, went to the emergency room. They're like, oh, you have hives. I'll give you some Benadryl. It'll take it away. It didn't take it away. They started giving me everything. Claritin. This is when Claritin, you couldn't even buy it over the counter. This was all back in the day when you had to have a prescription. Yeah, so they tried everything out on me. It wasn't going away. It was like 4 or 5 months later, doctor's like, all right, you got chronic urticaria, because this should have went away by now. If it was an allergic reaction, it would have went away by now, but it did. So I was officially diagnosed with chronic urticaria. And yeah, like I said, I've tried every medicine under the sun. Nothing was working. And then finally, really not finally, but eventually, I guess, they tried a steroid on me. And the steroid, if you have chronic urticaria or have ever even broke out in hives before, you know that a steroid usually does the job. It's called prednisone. And they put that, like, it was like a taper, so you take like 5 this day, 6 the next day, whatever the next day, then 3 a day, then 2 a day. So it was like, you know, you would take a really, really, really high dose just for like 5 or 6 days, and then you would stop, which is called a taper. So they did that to me, took the hives away for at least a good week or 2 maybe, and then eventually they would come back, and it's been that way for the rest of my life. I want to say I went almost a year, and I'm not going to say I went an entire year without a hive, because I'm pretty sure I ended up having some hives on my legs or something. But to me, what I was used to, which was the big puffy eyes, big lips, hands swollen, can't move them, that's what I was used to. So for me, when I say I went a year without hives, doesn't mean I went a year with not one hive on my body. I mean, like, I went a year without a really, really, really bad breakout. And that was in the 10th grade, which is a long time ago. But that was in the 10th grade, and I went an entire year without hives. Not without hives, but I went an entire year without like a really bad breakout. And I wish I could go back to that time. I don't know what it was that I did though. You know, I don't really know. I mean, I was in high school, I was a kid, so it's not like I was on a diet. I didn't change my eating habits. I can say I probably wasn't stressed out though. That's what I can really say, is that at that time in my life, I was bad. I was really bad, so I didn't care about a lot of stuff. That year, I actually ended up running away from home, all type of stuff. So in my mind, what I'm thinking is I don't care about anything. So for me, that stopped the hives. Isn't that crazy? I could be wrong, but I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. That's what it is for me. Now for you, you can break out in hives because you eat any type of grains, any type of lactose, any type of dairy products, whatever under the sun that you and your doctor have came to terms with that is causing your hives. That's what it is. For me, we're not really sure. Basically, the way I have an allergist who I've been seeing him since 5, but I got married, moved across the country. I don't see him anymore. But that was my doctor since I've been diagnosed, and I love him and I hold him near and dear to my heart. But he basically explained it to me as my body is allergic to whatever my body produces when I get stressed out. And not just stressed out like, oh my God, here comes the bills, I gotta pay my bills. Stressed out like, I mean, I guess that too. But stressed out like, I need to go to sleep, I'm really tired. You know, when your body is really tired, it's stressful. Like there's stress that happens in your body. So with that, I could just be really sad. I can have an argument. I can start crying. Boom. If it's that time of the month, I'll break out in hives, because it's just anything that's stressing the body out just a little bit will cause hives for me. It can be me getting sick, just like a random cold or flu or anything like that. That'll bring out hives as well. Yeah, so I'm basically allergic to myself. I'm allergic to myself because there's no way like I'm ever going to be able to get around stress. I'm never going to get away from being sad, mad, whatever. It's going to be really hard to go through life without getting a cold. And sometimes it just happens because I didn't get a good night's sleep. Like, if I wake up, and that's honestly, I have another issue where I'm chronically fatigued. So it's like I'm always tired. Is it my hives? We don't know. My doctor has sent me to rheumatology to see if it was something else going on. They've sent me to behavioral health to see if it was my anxiety, depression, whatever. They haven't tried to figure it out because it's obvious that it's happening when I'm having like a emotional change. Anything like emotional that happens, or even just being tired, it'll flare. So, you know, now that I think about it, this video is probably not going to help you because I can't help myself. The only thing I can say is the reason for me making it is because, like I said, I haven't been able to find anybody on YouTube talking about hives who have said, like, you know, anything kind of similar to what I'm saying. Like, you know, I've been dealing with it my whole life. Nothing is helping. Nothing is working. I'm allergic to myself. And, you know, it's just, doctors don't take it serious. Some of them do eventually once they start seeing you for a while and they're like, wow, the hives really aren't going away. Then they're kind of like, something's wrong. But most of the time, if you go into like the ER, you talk to just any random doctor who doesn't know you, they're going to be like, take some Benadryl. You're having an allergic reaction. So you need to tell me I've been having an allergic reaction for the past, 20 years of my life? Don't think so, doc. But eventually they start to realize it's serious and I'm not just coming in because I'm not allergic to any food, but so my dogs are playing, I don't know what they're playing, but one has the toy in his mouth, the other is chasing him. This is their game. Anyway, so but yeah, wow, yeah. So like I said, this video is buddy, shut it up. I'm bitch your butt. So yeah, this video probably isn't gonna, it's not gonna give you any solutions because I can't find a solution. You know, I cut out milk because I felt like that was also giving me some like just regular stomach issues, so I thought maybe that could be contributing. I've tried so much stuff. I've tried going on a diet, I've tried working out, I've tried all types of stuff, and I can't figure it out. Nor can my doctors. All they can do is give me time off of work when I need it. And I mean, I guess for that, I guess I appreciate that, but it hasn't been successful. And for some reason, a lot of people don't really know about chronic urticaria. Like, they know about hives. Everybody knows what hives is, especially because of that movie Hitch, when Will Smith, he eats something he's allergic to, then all of a sudden he's completely just inflamed. That's why people know about hives a lot, I've noticed. But they don't understand that people go through this every single day of their life, and a lot of the times they don't know a reason. They don't have a reason why it's happening. But there's moments where I just get super depressed. I get super sad. Even when I just think about hives, sometimes I just get really sad. Like, and I try to remind myself, like, people have way worse conditions than I have. Like, just now, I went to Walgreens, and when I was checking out, I seen this guy with like a whole bunch of like red stuff. It didn't look like, it could have been hives. I don't know. But it was something, it could have been psoriasis or ectopic dermatitis, or, you know, whatever that's called. It could have been something, but it looked really, 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 really bad. And he was at work, you know, doing his thing, super friendly. To me, it couldn't have been hives, because if I was broke out that bad, I wouldn't have been feeling good, and I would have been like, I'm sorry, I can't come in. But yeah, and that leads me to another topic. People think, oh my God, you just have hives, you're just having an allergic reaction, you're just scratching. No. If you've ever been broken out in hives, or if you have chronic urticaria, you know that it's not just the itching. You get extremely fatigued, you get very weak, your body feels like it almost wants to shut down a little bit. It's not, people take it so lightly, like, oh, just take some Benadryl. It's just not that easy. Your body starts aching. Like, I legitimately feel like a 65-year-old woman all the time. And there's so many things that I can go into depth about how I feel when I'm getting ready to break out. I can feel a breakout coming on because I start getting anxious. I start feeling like I can't think straight. I start feeling uncomfortable. I start feeling complacent. I can't figure it out. And I'm like, I'm about to break out in hives. because I can literally feel my mind shutting down. So think about that. It's really hard to work. It's really hard to focus. It's really hard to really get anything done during the day when all I could think about is, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm about to break out in hives. I'm about to lose my mind. That's literally what happens. Me and my doctor, like last week, were in there and I was telling her all of this, you know, because this is a new doctor. She was one of those doctors who didn't take me serious at first. And then she's seeing like me coming in all the time and she's like, all right, she's serious. She really has a problem. So we like went in there and she damn near cried with me. You know, I'm sitting there like, I don't like talking about it. I don't like, you know, feeling like a pity party. And like I said, I know there's people out there who have way worse conditions than me. You know, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I have something, you know, and it really has just made me different. I know that it's a blessing and a curse, though. You might wonder, why is it a blessing? It's a blessing because it keeps me humble. You know, I've grown up being the popular girl, and I guess I hate even saying that because, again, hives humbled me, okay? But I grew up being really popular. Everybody knew me. Even if I didn't know them, they knew me. You know, I always got a lot of attention. Guys always wanted me. Girls always said that they like my hair, like your eyebrows, they think you're pretty, blah, 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 you know? And I do feel like I know girls who get the same attention as me, and it blew their head up, okay? It made them think that, I'm trying not to curse on my channel, but it made them feel like they shit don't stink, okay? Not me. I don't feel that way. I know that I can be super pretty right now. That even sounds super conceited. Sorry, my dog is drinking water. I should have put them away. Are you done? All right. Now, yeah, so it has kept me very humble. I know that I could be really cute right now, and then in 10 minutes, something can happen, and I'll break out in hives, and both my eyes, you know, they'll get super big right here, and I'll be looking like Frankenstein. My stepdad calls me the Hulk. Because if I get mad or anything like that happens to me, I just blow up. But yeah, like, so I don't take that for granted at all. Like, it has kept me so grounded, so humble. And in a way, I do, you know, I do thank God for it, I guess. I don't know why, but I do. It's made me see that I'm not perfect. You know, like, I have this condition and I can't handle my own stress. And it's like, see, I'm about to start crying. These are the times where it makes me feel like everybody has stress. Everybody goes through stuff. Everybody, you know, there's other people who are way less fortunate than me. There are other people who are living on the streets and all type of stuff. And here I am, got a great life, got a husband, a nice apartment, a car, everything, you know, that I need. And I can't handle a little bit of stress. And then it's like, sometimes I'm thinking to myself, like, am I lazy? And is it just that I'm lazy? Is it just that I'm just a crybaby or a brat? And I'm just like, oh, I can't handle this. Like, I never really, I don't know. But anyways, I'm not going to cry. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. But yeah, so there's a lot of other aspects of life that get affected by chronic urticaria when it comes to work and money, and just feeling down about myself a lot because I feel like I'm weak. I feel like I can't handle stuff. You know, I go through it. I understand it. Some people's see, look, I'm getting sad, and now I'm starting to itch. You're not alone in just because you know that your condition isn't as bad as somebody else's, don't let people try to make it seem like your condition isn't going to affect your life, because it is. Like, if they don't understand it, they don't have to understand it. Nobody will understand it until they're in your shoes. But I do wish that doctors would look into this more. I wish they would try to understand it more and try to understand that it's not just the allergic reaction, that it's something more. And even if it is just an allergic reaction, if I'm allergic to myself, can y'all look into that, please? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time a doctor, they never know what to do. Doctors never know what to do. All they want to do is prescribe you medicine and get you out the door. Like, when they gave me prednisone is bad for you. And, you know, my doctors have told me in the past, like, you can't continue to take prednisone. It's going to hurt you in the end. And it has already. Now my bones feel very weak. I literally feel like a 65-year-old woman. And that is literally a side effect from prednisone, which I didn't know that. I always told my doctor that I am chronically fatigued. You know, I never feel good. My body is always aching. I literally take Epsom salt baths like 5 times a week, is like literally the whole week. Like maybe 3 times a week, and, you know, trying to find some relief. But doctors just, they don't know what to do. And I wish they would, like, let it be known that they gotta figure something out. Like, I'm tired of doctors just trying to give me medicine to make it go away right now. Do something for me. Tell me what's gonna help me to get rid of it for long term, for like longevity. Give me something that's gonna actually fix this. Let's figure out what's causing it so we can stop it. Stop prescribing me antihistamines because you know that it can help suppress the hives. It doesn't work on me no more. Antihistamines do not work on me anymore. Prednisone kind of stopped working on me too. It works here and there, but I break out pretty much every day. And I have been breaking out every single day for like the past, let's say, like 6 months. Every single day it's been kind of a bad breakout. And today was a good day, so I decided to come on here and talk about it. But like I said, I'm just making this video so other people know that you're not alone. Sorry, I don't have anything that you can try to get rid of it. If you know something, let me know. And I'll tell you right now, it's not my allergies. It's not my allergies, trust me. But yeah, so I guess this is it. I could talk about this literally forever. Like, there's so many ideas coming to mind telling me, like, you know, like how I've been feeling, what happens and stuff. But I'm gonna let it go because this is a lot. And I just wanted to get my first video out there. And if somebody is seeing this who can spread the word, or I hear there's a foundation out there, I'm gonna have to look into it a little more. Maybe I'll make another video about this soon. You know, kind of edit it and add some groups and stuff like that, because I don't know if any foundations off the top of my head, but I know there are some out there. There need to be more. I remember watching somebody who said she had a foundation for it, but she only had hives for like 3 years. And I'm not saying that it's like, I'm not trying to downplay her chronic urticaria compared to mine, but she had 4 years and she felt the need to create a foundation. It's going on 20 years for me. I think it's about time for me to talk about it and start something hard. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna end the video because my dog. Buddy! Stay tuned. I'm gonna continue to make videos, talk about certain topics. I'm gonna do vlogs. You guys are gonna see me. I definitely feel like I was meant to do this. My friends think I'm meant to do this. I have a lot of content, a lot of stuff. So, like I said, stay tuned. Look out for me. Subscribe, like, share if you ever had chronic urticaria. If you know somebody who has chronic urticaria, I see I'm gonna have to get a lot more organized in these videos and get rid of the dogs. Thanks, you guys. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat at Teeceekayy, Teeceekayy.